show. One to where you still got kids writing essays on. 472. Shout out to Chris. He came through. Came back there. And you go, okay. And she said,
okay, he done. He it's not money, baby. They don't need cash in their hands.
Right. So now with the fuck with that,
regardless of the bank. You don't know. You don't know his fucking intentions.
Intention now. What are people? Listen, I'm gonna take my time down here. Right. I didn't understand. When I tried to conduct, come on. And I'm talking about my in-law niece. My niece, I done bought her.
I was born in the same place I was, but they decided to move along. They traveled here.
I had a homeboy, and another thinking about getting the motherfucker. Now I'm trying to hold out. I want to get it done.
They both was the same, but once the money been through, and you just scripted this shit.
They got some diamonds in them. I need them to expect you to pay the bills, take care of their family, help you watch their nieces and nephews. I'm cooking up. That's like I cook up with this nigga.
We're not asking a week. We not saying a week. We said a month.
Okay.
But this or you do that, and so those are the.
Y'all talking about me like a dog. Stop it! Y'all good? This is money.
For that. Because I'm talking about for me.
I take heed.
She might not even in no legend.
Keep going.
Yeah, keep going.
So just keep moving, pushing. Okay.
And like what you said,
I think the sense of any kind of punishment, it should be kind of like, in a sense, be the result of it. Because I don't feel like violence. I got messages saying, what's up with the show? One to where you still got kids writing essays on. 472. Shout out to Chris. He came through. Came back there. And you go, okay. And she said,
okay, he done. It's not money, baby. They don't need cash in their hands.
Right. So now with the fuck with that,
regardless of the bank. You don't know. You don't know his fucking intentions.
Intention now. What are people? Listen, I'm gonna take my time down here. Right. I didn't understand. When I tried to conduct, come on. And I'm talking about my in-law niece. My niece, I done bought her.
I was born in the same place I was, but they decided to move along. They traveled here.
I had a homeboy, and another thinking about getting the motherfucker down here. Welcome. I am the host, Anthony That Dude Johnson. And to my right, always, to my right, LV the Great. And to my left, Quando Rondo, my high school bud. We got a special guest in the building today. He goes by the name of Rob Montana. Let me tell you about. What'd you say?
I said you got that right.
Goddamn right. So let me tell you about this man. I know this man since high school, man. And this man was like a dope person, a dope individual in high school. Always was a young, flashy dude, had money, you know what I mean? So he went through a situation where he actually went to prison. And he was sentenced to 132 years.
No, 130 even.
130 even. 130 years.
Flat? Yeah.
Flat. We're gonna talk about it. He said he wanted to discuss it all. And this is a show that we're gonna give him an opportunity to speak on whatever he want to speak on. And like I told him, the gloves is off. If he want them to be off, they off. He said he willing to talk about everything. He got a book coming out. What's the book called?
Not coming out. The book is out.
Okay.
What's the book 30 the reason, man.
Y'all gotta make sure y'all grab that.
30. That's how many years they gave me. The reason is gonna tell you what led up to me getting that sentence.
All right. So can we get a little spice on what the book is about and like you just said, but it gives details of what actually happened to you?
I mean, well, this book ends with me losing my brother. And the loss of my brother is the reason that I did what I did to get 130 years. It's my story. I broke it down into a 5-book series. It's a memoir, but it's a series. And this is the first one of that series.
Okay. All right, so if you go to your phone and click on the video, you can actually watch the comments as people coming in.
Okay.
With us. So let's discuss it, man. First off, what did you go to jail for?
I went to jail. You mean the charges?
Yes, the actual charges.
I went to jail for conspiracy to murder, attempted murder, use of a weapon to commit a felony, and tampering with a witness.
All right. So me and you was chopping it up before, and you was saying that you know the gloves was off and you wanted to talk about anything. What transpired to where you would even want to attempt a murder or want to be in a situation where you had to murder somebody?
Okay, so check this out. My brother, man, I miss him dearly, man. R.I.P.D.B., man. Also Free Sauce. You know, we came up in this North Omaha environment, and this environment, man, was pulling us one way, or we was trying to go another way and step out the game with this music, man. The day after we put our first CD out, my brother was found dead in the basement. They tried to say my brother killed himself. That's what they told us. Can we show pictures on here some kind of way?
Well, not mid-show, but...
All right, but anyway, they on my page. If I scroll down my timeline or whatnot, they on my page.
Go ahead, give me your
Rob Montana on Facebook. They said my brother killed himself, man. My brother got knuckles bloody. My brother got blood under his fingernails. My brother got a gash on his knee. My brother got scrapes on his shin. My brother money is gone. My brother jewelry is gone. My brother weed is gone. My brother got a gash in his scalp that shows white meat. The bra who set him up, she down in star 67 at the time that all this is going down.
Which is private, right?
Yeah, she's making her number private before she's calling somebody. So it's like some world's dumbest criminal type shit. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Yeah, she's trying to say he hung himself or whatnot, but everything, all the evidence that I seen was that she set him up, and you know, the system went with her. Oh, another thing, the bitch lied about her name. When the state asked her, you know, what happened in the house, just seeing what's going on, she lied about her name. So that's another red flag, you know what I mean? She's like, she was trying to conceal something, right?
Yeah.
So anyway, nothing happened. So it's like, I was in a position of either letting it ride, you know, let my family just go on and absorb this pain forever, or do something about it. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And I decided to do something about it.
So this was the whole Forest Line, or was the whole Forest Line thing up there off Sorensen, right?
For sure.
Okay.
That's where she got abducted from.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So they gave you 130 years based on what happened with her at the cemetery.
Yeah.
Okay.
For shooting. Well, actually, they didn't charge me with shooting the bitch. They tried to say that I was the mastermind of
that
the
you
situation.
conspired to.
That's what they said. You
right.
know what I'm saying? I had a mask on when I did what I did or whatnot, and I ain't gonna. I mean, people know who it is, but there was a witness in the case that went along with their story, and yeah. So I got convicted of being the mastermind, but really, I mean, I was everything in the case. I shot the bitch and everything, and I got a cousin right now, man. It's so sad that, you know, he's still incarcerated for this crime, and he's actually innocent.
Mm-hmm.
And the fucked up part about it is, I came forward after the statute of limitations passed. I gotta protect myself. I could never tell the courts I did this in the beginning.
Right.
That would be like accepting a life sentence without having a chance to fight. You feel what I'm saying?
Okay.
So I went to trial to fight my shit. He went to trial to fight his shit. We both got found guilty. I won my appeal. He didn't win his. But, you know, when the statute of limitations passed, I did the right thing, man. I stepped up. I stepped to the motherfucking plate, and I said, look here, I did all of this shit. He didn't do nothing, you know what I mean? He had nothing to do with this shit. And they still ain't let him out yet. I mean, his appeal is still in the air.
It's valid, yeah.
It's in the air right now. It's not denied. He's waiting on a ruling right now. It's been about 3 years, almost 3 years, since he's been waiting on a ruling.
So once his appeal is granted, he should walk out of there.
He should walk the fuck out.
Because
he should never been in.
Yeah, statute of limitations is done, and what was done, and this man needs to be free because he didn't do anything.
For sure.
So what did you win your appeal over?
Okay, so dig this. Okay, whenever you go to trial, the jury receives a set of instructions.
Mm-hmm.
The jury must follow those instructions word for word in order to come up with their deliberation.
Or not guilty.
You know what I mean? To deliberate.
Yeah.
Okay, so whenever you don't testify at your trial, one of those instructions must be that it says that the fact the defendant didn't testify must not be considered an admission of guilt.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because the jury might feel like,
why
he's not speaking up? He must be guilty.
Yeah. Right.
So we got to instruct the jury. The fact that he didn't testify must not be considered an admission of guilt.
Right.
Well, in my instruction, praise God, the knot was missing. So the instructions, must have been a typo, but the typo reversed the meaning of the instruction. The instruction said,
If you
the
don't
fact
testify.
the defendant didn't testify
Right.
must be considered an admission of guilt.
Mm-hmm.
You feel what I'm saying?
Mhm.
So basically, the jury was instructed
And say you was guilty.
since I didn't testify on my
Yeah.
behalf. You feel what I'm saying?
Right.
And so, and with the law saying that you got to assume that the jury takes the instructions at face value, I didn't receive a fair trial.
Right.
So now I got to go back to receive a fair trial.
Right.
Like I wasn't innocent, I just got to get a fair trial now.
Right.
Okay. Well, the witness in the case, he already received his deal after testifying the first time.
Yeah.
So now the second time,
He like,
there's no
fucked up.
incentive to
Right.
testify again.
Right.
Right.
So now the state's case is weak. So
Right.
it was like, I can go to trial again.
Yeah.
I could possibly go home. But I could possibly get found guilty. They was trying to use a transcript from the first trial. I don't think they could have did it. But if they could have did it, it's like, I know what I'm facing.
Yeah, yeah.
If-
You was facing what you was gonna face.
Exactly.
He would have had it. You got it, but you had the right to face your accuser, though, right?
See, that was my argument.
Right,
but
right.
they said that we already faced them in the first trial.
Right.
Okay.
That's what they said.
Yeah.
So anyway, it was like, damn, I could win. It's looking good. I could win. But if I don't win, I know what I'm getting. And actually, I was going to trial anyway. I was like, fuck all of that.
But did you know who
Moms.
that? Did you know who that motherfucker that was pointing motherfuckers out
Yeah,
originally out from the get go?
Yeah, I know who
Okay.
he is.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's crazy, man.
No.
You know, like, I mean, motherfuckers know he my cousin, man.
Okay.
It's my cousin.
No, everything.
And I held a big grudge at it, you know what I mean, towards him for the longest, but I don't operate how motherfuckers say you're supposed to operate. That's my kinfolk, and I still got love for him.
Yeah.
So you telling me your cousin is the one that told on you?
My cousin told him.
Oh shit! I didn't know that. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Well, what's your relationship like now?
I mean, our relationship, it's not what it used to be,
Right.
but it's not as fucked up as it used to be.
Yeah,
All right.
so
because
y'all
I'm
court-
in-
so if you
court.
see
Yeah,
him,
because I'm in a
y'all-
good situation. You
Yeah.
see,
All right,
I'm
but
still
why
where I'm
did-
at.
So why did he? All right. So better question. Why did he tell him? Like, what was the?
I mean, this don't
Shit.
make it right because, you know what I mean, he knew what he signed up for when the shit went down. But first of all, I'm only speaking on this because it's already documented in the courts. You feel what I'm saying? He kidnapped the bitch. You feel what I'm saying?
Right.
And he called me. And kidnapping automatically carries a life sentence.
Right.
And he couldn't have swallowed that life sentence.
That's
He was-
a lot of pressure. That
he
one
was,
girl.
he,
Look,
he was
he's a
19
clean-
at the, yeah, he's still locked up. He was 19 at the time when it happened, and you know, what I mean, I don't know many 19-year-olds. I'm not saying that this makes it right, but I don't know many 19-year-olds that can accept a life sentence, and he's one of the ones that couldn't accept it. And so, you know what I mean, he did what he did, and I'm not placing judgment on it at this time. I'm just grateful
So
that
is
God, you know what I mean, blessed me to come out
Is
of
that
this situation.
is that who should be getting out when it's all said and done?
What you mean should be?
I'm saying, is
the
that
one
the
that
one?
got the appeal.
Who is that? The one with the appeal win?
No,
Oh,
the
that's
one
not-
with
the one
the appeal,
who-
man, he never made any
Yeah, that's the one who
Okay,
testified
okay.
and went with what the bird
Okay.
said.
It was three of us. you
Okay,
feel what I'm
okay,
saying?
okay.
I mean, it's three of us that was charged.
Yeah,
You feel what I'm saying?
yeah.
Yeah.
But the other one, he should be coming home. I see what you're saying, but I was trying to figure
So
out.
who found the typo? Did you find it, or did you? The
Man,
attorney?
it's crazy because, okay, first of all, let me backtrack a little bit. Before I started my appeal process, after I got found guilty, I went searching for an appeal lawyer because my first lawyer, for real, the nigga sold me out. Black dude too. So I'm firing him off the jump. Now I need a new lawyer. I call a lawyer, man. I get a visit in the county jail. The first thing he tell me is 97% of people lose their appeal. So the first thing I did was fire him before I hired him.
Right,
You feel
right,
what I'm saying?
right.
Yeah.
But anyway,
You need to put his name out there so motherfuckers don't fuck with him.
he's actually a good lawyer, but those are the actual statistics. You know what I mean? He was just letting me
He
know
just
that.
being real
He was
with
being real with
Oh,
me.
yeah.
But I'm like, I don't want to hear that kind of shit.
Yeah,
So I,
He already trying to take the case
you
down.
feel me? So anyway, I'm in the joint now. I got the 130, and it's a white dude, man. He won his appeal based off of a jury instruction, an erroneous jury instruction. So I'm like, shit, let me read my instructions. Man, I read these motherfuckers a million times. I ain't find no errors. I called my lawyer one day. He said, man, check out jury instruction number 17. I can't believe this. And he told me what it said. I mean, when I glanced over it, it's like I didn't realize that there was an error in it. But when he said it to me, now I'm aware of it, and the word "not" was missing.
Mm-hmm.
Now, if you take the word "not" out of any sentence that you say,
Right.
it reverses the meaning of that sentence.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? So it was like I said, man, it was God, man.
So do you feel like that the Most High passed judgment on the young lady for what she did, which why in return you was able to win your appeal based off of that misspelling? Do you think that this was all like something divine,
it was for surely something divine, but I can't say that the Most High passed judgment on her or didn't pass judgment on her because, and not to sound harsh, but he let her survive. So, you know what I mean? I don't know what that was about. But he did show favor on me though.
Right.
I don't know what he did with her.
Yeah.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Okay.
Your blessing is your blessing.
Maybe he didn't want that to be part of my story, killing somebody.
Okay.
And
okay.
I can proudly say, maybe not proud, I don't know. I can say that honestly, I've never killed nobody, man.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm good as I feel good that that's not on my conscience. And maybe it wasn't a blessing on her by letting her survive. Maybe it was a blessing on me by letting her survive.
Yeah, of course.
You know what I mean?
But also, we gotta get this out there too. This man did a 12-year bid. It wasn't like
12 years.
It wasn't like he just beat the case. You know what I'm saying? Sitting in jail for 12 years is a long time. Shit, it's life sentences for some people.
You put your work in.
Yeah, you put your work in, and you came home, and this is what I like about the brother. He came home and he positive. And as you should be, but you on some different shit though. And a lot of people need to know. Like most people that come home, they got PTSD. They can't focus on the goals at hand. None of that shit.
I'm not exempt from that shit.
No, you're not exempt from that.
When I first came home, I couldn't stand cars for shit.
You couldn't ride in them?
No, looking at them. Every car was a stranger to me. I'm like, who the fuck is that?
Oh, okay.
You feel what I'm saying? They passing down the streets and shit. Hold on. Why they driving down this street? You know what I mean?
Yeah, but I'm saying
they like, that's Miss Mabel. That's the neighbor. You got this. That's Miss Mabel.
The dope part is that you came home and you being positive. I seen this man. First off, I almost dropped a tear when I seen you singing to your daughters how much you love them and shit. The little video you had when you was in the clip, yeah. And that shit touched my soul because, like I said, I know this man, and I was like, man, he always was a good dude. Like, and I know the situation that occurred. It wasn't because you was malicious or a monster. Some people just do what they got to do. You know what I'm saying? I'm not passing judgment on anybody or any decisions that's being made, but I can honestly speak for this man. He always just a good dude that loved money. That's what his MO was. And he boxed, he played basketball. He was just a regular kid. And like you said, the hood will turn you into something you don't even want to be. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, the positivity you coming home with, like I'm gonna turn this pain into power, and I'm gonna put a book out, and I'm gonna tell my story, and all of this shit. That shit is influential for somebody like me. You know what I mean? Like you can make it out of terrible, traumatic situations. And like I said, we're not gonna discuss necessarily how you feel specifically about the young lady, but I like how this story is ending for you. I can't speak on her, but I can speak on knowing you as a young man and knowing that you was never a malicious dude.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying? Like
for real, man, this street shit was never supposed to be for me, man.
Mm-hmm.
It's the money shit that got me trapped up, you know what I mean, that got this street attributes, you know what I mean, to become a part of me, man. You know, because when you're getting money, you gotta have certain characteristics or else you ain't gonna keep the money.
Yeah.
And those things just slowly become a part of me, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
I don't know.
Yeah. So, Miss Carpenter said, was the crooked CSI guy the person that examined your brother's crime scene? Was there ever a second opinion on that crime?
There was never a second opinion, and my perception of the matter was always that, okay, the crooked CSI guy was the head of the department.
Was that the bald head dude that got arrested?
Yeah.
Okay.
My perception always was if the head of the department is crooked, then the body is crooked.
Right, right.
So it don't matter who the fuck investigated the situation.
Right.
You know what I mean?
So they up under his umbrella. So
Exactly.
if he known, because he set some white boys up in some part
Beatrice,
of was it Beatrice, Nebraska?
Yeah.
And
I'm not sure. But I think.
playing some blood in their car. and said that they killed their aunt and uncle.
Right.
The dudes got convicted. The only way that it all got spoiled was some white teens from Wisconsin was going on the cross-country spree, and they pounded the motherfucking stolen items
that they
from
killed
the auntie house.
And that was the same. And that was the same
And that's the
investigator.
same bald head
prosecutor.
white motherfucker.
Wow.
And so, do you think that there's a particular reason? Because I you know I know
I've seen that story.
I know what happened like over there off on Erskine with your brother and you know that situation. Do you think that the system or the police tied that into, well, this is what he deserved, and didn't want to properly?
No, big.
I'm gonna speak on something, man.
Probably because it was a white girl. It probably was a white
And
girl.
it's deeper than that. I'm gonna speak on something, man. So my brother was dating this broad, right?
Mm-hmm.
And this ain't a positive situation, you know. My bro was kicking her ass sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And it ain't really. It's never good to put your hands on a woman, but man, she was doing some fucked up shit. I'm just gonna leave it at that. And while he was dating her, it was common knowledge that her dad was best friends with a homicide detective.
Yeah.
Okay.
You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So now when this shit go down,
Right.
who's to say that link to the family ain't assisting them
Right,
with?
Yeah.
right. Which is possible. I mean, that because, you know, they had a case, not to get too far off, in Atlanta or Georgia where they found the dude rolled up in the mat.
Yeah, I never heard the end of that.
Yeah,
one.
the organs was gone.
Yeah, and so the white dudes who was accused, who the brother was knocking down his old lady, his dad was a police and had tied to the homicide department, and so they was like that. But they got, you know, it's his homeboys, you know what I'm saying, was like, you know, he did this whoop-de-whoop, but nothing ever came out of it. So I can definitely feel that, though. I can definitely feel that.
So, man, like I said, I want to touch bases back on your kids. Like you said that, you know, you missed a lot of time with your kids, man. And I ain't gonna lie, dog, like you gave me chills sitting with you today, my man, because I know there's growth behind the bars. I know that there's growth behind the incident that happened. I know that there's growth like, you just don't sound like no fucked up dude. Like, as you should be from all of the shit you've been through.
Never been a fucked up.
No, never been a fucked up dude. But I'm saying, like, everything he said when he came in here today was just about positivity. And like he said, he want to put his energy into his book and his rap career. Dope rapper. We ain't even got on that.
You drop anything?
Dope
You got
rapper.
music out?
I'm dropping it this month.
Was a rapper in high school. I mean,
Okay.
could you imagine a rapper from high school? Oh, like I said, always been a hustler. This is no cap. There's two cats in high school.
Give him a different charge. Hold
No,
on, brother.
there's two cats. No, you can hustle in many ways. There's two cats in high school that I always admired, that always had money, and it was, I can't think of the dude's name. I cannot say his name to save my life, but I was telling you about him. You and him was partners. They always had lots of money. And I'm talking about Rashad. I'm like, give me $1. He'd be like, he'd pull out a big ass wad of money. Just always had money, always stayed creased up, just was a positive dude. So at the end of the day, bro, what I'm saying to you is keep the positive message. Don't let it, because you're gonna run into those people that are bitter behind the actions that happen. But as long as you stay positive, because God gave you a second chance at real life, not prison life. You know what I'm saying? Continue to be positive, bro. Work on your career, your craft, and I'm loving the story.
Prison turned out to be, I mean, I would never choose to go to prison, but I extracted, man, a lot of good from the experience. Like, you know, somewhere along my path, I got caught up in this street culture, and prison allowed me to sit down and realize, like, man, this is not what you're designed for.
Decompress from the shit.
Yeah, like, what the fuck was I doing? I found gratification in doing shit that caused pain.
Right.
It was fun.
Yeah.
Right.
You know what I mean? But when you get a chance to sit down in that cell in the dark with nobody by your side, it lets I don't know, man, the truth, like, resonates and you just realign with your purpose, man. And that shit wasn't my purpose.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So your rap handle is Rob Montana?
Rob Montana, man.
Okay. Anything on YouTube, any videos?
It's coming. It's coming this
Okay,
month.
this is gonna be the
This month.
first drop. Okay,
Yeah.
okay. Make sure y'all keep a lookout.
Yeah, he didn't play. He didn't just play. He gave us a preview, man. That boy in his bag.
Book.
In his
I'm
bag.
broke today.
He's definitely in his bag.
Now we ain't got super chat. They can cash app us.
Hell yeah, they could cash out.
No, me, so I can buy the book.
Oh,
No. Put your cash out so they can buy your book. Or you can send it to it, man.
And my cash app is Super Grit 83. Both R's capital and Super Grit. Super Grit
Buy the
83.
book.
Both
Get the
R's capital.
book.
I just bought the book.
You bought one?
Shit, say less.
Hell
You
yeah,
ain't gonna. You can't even read.
I feel like we should definitely we should segue this into that young man in the cell that was chopping it up, and we can discuss your prison life for a second there. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna watch this clip of this guy in prison speaking on the way he feels.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna have that conversation. I need to pull it up first. Hold up.
They said we looking forward to you. Rob, R-A-H.
Oh,
You gonna be
man.
looking up Rob, you gonna pull up a whiteboard.
I ain't got it. I can't find it,
You
man.
know, look.
We got a couple topics to talk about. We ready to jump into topics?
Yeah,
we want
yeah.
to discuss Ross some more.
Oh man, shit.
I know you got a question or two up your sleeve.
Well, I mean, shit. You know what I'm saying? We can get into the topics. You know what I'm saying? What you say? I can't even read. That's stupid. Yeah, Katie, come on now. Yeah. Get the book. You need to let some of your stews.
We're gonna put the link in.
Some of them
You got the
stews.
link you can put in that motherfucker?
Yeah.
We put the link in that motherfucker. You
Some of
gotta
them
order that
stews
motherfucker.
That's on that wrong path, man. Get him up at. Would you talk at schools?
You need to.
Hell yeah, I want to.
You want?
You know what? Because high school, man, is where my path began to venture down the wrong way.
Right.
Like this street shit was like appealing to me.
Mhm.
It wasn't who I was, but I seen the other guys that was in this lifestyle.
You getting money.
Yeah, and they got the certain kind of treatment from the
And they
ladies
getting the
and
women.
shit.
And,
Yeah.
Now, because I always say, now, what do you think? How do you feel about that? Do you feel that women create
Say
the
it.
culture
Say
that
it.
men live in?
Yes.
The violence, the bullshit,
Yes.
all the things that
Man,
they try to
listen
say that's in our society.
The women don't know
Women-
it, but they
but
just
they-
as
they
guilty as
control
these
it.
niggas out here snatching bodies.
Right.
Because as long as they applaud this lifestyle and they reward the lifestyle with, you know what I mean, them.
You're right.
Niggas want the bride.
Yeah,
You feel me? At the end of the day,
niggas want the woman.
the money and the brides.
Right.
And as long as they reap the brides with the lifestyles they live, then it inspires them. It's an incentive for them to continue to live
Down
a certain
the-
lifestyle.
Right. So the power of the PUSSY.
if they
that's
go
why
on the
niggas get their haircut.
pussy
That's
strike,
why.
nigga, the murder rate decline.
Listen, right. Because I mean,
Nigga said that shit. You
it's
never
the
said
truth.
that?
Yeah, it's the truth.
You said
Because,
that.
Listen, a woman say
He
she don't
said
want a
that
soft nigga. You know what I'm saying? If
So
women,
we gonna be hard then.
right? So that same way, if
She don't want a broke nigga. We
so
gonna
we
go
gotta
rob
get
and
some
steal
money.
and kill and get this money.
right? She want a baller. She want, you know what I'm saying? So then you're doing all of these things for the attention of women, and women knows this. They say they don't, but they do because they reward the men that behave in this manner with the goods
They
of
trophies.
war.
They
Right.
trophies of the game.
So that's just like if women started saying, "Well, shit, I fuck with men that got a tie and a button up and a tie on and
Come
a
on,
suit."
man.
You know how many niggas be walking around this
Come on,
motherfucking
man.
looking like Johnny Cochran.
Hey, hit me one
You know
time,
what
man.
I'm
This is
saying?
real one. No, the other hand. We don't
Oh,
do that,
okay.
man.
All right. But you know how many motherfuckers that be dressed up like Johnny Cochran around this motherfucker?
Yeah,
You know what I'm
yeah.
saying? It's just same way when MC Hammer was popping and that weird shit was popping, the motherfuckers
Niggas
wearing
had
the
them
polka
baggy
dots.
ass pants and
Yeah,
shit.
the motherfuckers wearing the baggy ass socks and the silk
That's
that
like
matched
these
the-
tight ass clothes motherfuckers wearing nowadays.
Yeah.
I heard you say that when you got. You said I used to wear clothes this tight.
The bras
That's
like
what he
it.
said.
So-
He said that. He said I used to wear pants this tight. Cause I'm telling you,
Hold
you
on.
ever seen
He
this
said-
man's dress
hold on.
code? You had the creases
JR
with the-
said,
I remember your outfits,
Now,
man.
JR said, no, sir, take responsibility for yourself. JR, do you wear cologne? Because you, I can tell by your picture, you yourself wouldn't wear no cologne for yourself because you're not going to sit there and sniff
Come
your
on,
neck.
man.
You ain't going to sit there and go,
Come on, talk to
I
him.
smell good. I smell good. No.
You're doing that for
you
the
go
ladies.
buy cologne for the women.
You're not doing it for no niggas.
You ain't doing it unless he a blade. But you're doing it for some, and you're not gonna sit there and smell yourself. And so, cologne is for women. Haircuts is for women. All of these things, working out, women. You know what I'm saying? Every cars, women.
You know
the
what?
littlest nigga buy the biggest truck. Why? You know what I'm saying? Not for me. For the women.
But you know what's funny is I want to touch on this because you spoke on some shit right when you and Ron was chopping it up, and you said it struck a chord with me. You was like, man, you know, I'm faithful. You know what I'm saying? And somebody coming home from prison that been through some shit to where he should be out here trying to fuck everything moving. You know what I mean? And he said, I'm faithful. And I said, where your woman? And he's like, in another state or some shit. And I'm like, that's crazy. He's like, yeah, man, it ain't. He's like, women don't do nothing for me. If I ain't fucking with the one I love, I don't want to fuck. I felt that in my soul, bro. I really did, because I was like, yeah, like you really do be feeling empty after fucking with just random women.
It's nothing, man.
Well, I think more it comes with age. Because when you're younger, your status in
How many women you
amongst you is
smashed?
how many women have you smashed. You know what I'm saying? Or even if you had some.
Yeah, go ahead.
Even if you had some pussy. You know what I'm saying? If you didn't have none, you would tease. You know what I'm saying? If you didn't have no women, you tease. You know what I'm saying? And so everything is that's socially in our environment is based around women. That's just period.
Yeah, but for him,
How
to be
many women you got? How many women you didn't conquer? How do you treat your
basically,
women?
when you coming up is how many you done knock down.
Yeah.
When you get older is how many ain't fuck with
You
you.
ain't
Come
fuck.
on.
So that's
Right.
that's the breakdown.
And so
It goes up the ladder and then comes
I ain't
down.
gonna lie, man. I mean, I'm gonna keep it real. I came home slaughtering shit.
Okay.
But I found out something.
Mm-hmm.
This ain't all this cracked up to be, man.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I was hitting shit, and then I finished like, man,
You ain't
why
been
the
home
fuck?
that long, man. You been home for 2 months. Don't get too.
I'm saying,
Whoa, what?
You been home that long.
And you done wrote the book, you done made a take, this nigga on pop shit. This
You been home that long. Don't
mentality.
incriminate
I
yourself.
gotta say this though,
Don't incriminate
man.
yourself.
Pop
I was
mentality.
knocking shit down right, and I finished, and I have regrets.
Yeah.
I'm looking at it, bro, like, why the fuck I just do this, man? Like, I can't wait for it to leave and shit. You
Now,
know what I mean?
It's a sick feeling.
So
man.
was it because you was used to having women there for you in your corner when you was in the most vulnerable state that a man could be in, where you don't have no control over your environment, no control over your finances, no control over what you can do outside of mentally and physically? Was it that because you used to having women that was there for you while you was vulnerable, compared to women that is
Accessible.
that's accessible to you because of the things that you have?
Well, my actions when I got out was based on the 12 years that I was deprived. You feel what I'm saying?
Right.
12 years without being laid up with a broad, and come on, man, that shit is driving
That shit-
motherfucker crazy.
That
Right.
shit is the thought of it scares me.
What?
Right.
Like, that shit is inhumane.
It is.
Right.
It is. Though.
Like, I mean, fuck, let me
Yeah.
go a weekend and get some
Yeah.
sex or something. God damn.
it is inhumane.
Conjugal,
They got
let me
that.
get a conjugal.
Yo,
Yeah,
yo,
yeah.
Even if it's
options
just my
are
girlfriend.
knock down the most
Shit.
motherfuckers I can knock down or get sold up quick.
All right, so I got a
Let me
better
tell you
question.
something. Let me tell you something. Johnson and Johnson probably got rich off me when I was locked up, because I had to take care of myself.
Oh, pause.
Hey,
pause.
hey,
You feel what I'm
hey,
saying?
No
Hey,
rape
I got a
story,
better
no.
question for you. Do you think that they? Do you
know,
think that
nigga say he was
they?
raping-
Do you think that the
No,
the
no,
crime?
raping yourself?
Yeah,
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 I'm
You think
talking
the
about.
crime? You think the crime rate would go down in prison if men was able to have sex with
Of
their
course.
girlfriends?
Fuck yeah, sex and marijuana. Prison would be like a motherfucking a different city. It wouldn't be like prison. You got sex and weed, man. They good in there, man.
Brandy said, I think us women prefer our men to go to work, stay out the streets, and be on the track. They don't.
Hold on.
that don't lead to prison or death by the streets.
Okay, that's what's up. You want a man to live a particular lifestyle, but a man that go to work, fuck that. I'm trying to work for myself. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm not trying to make this white man rich or this other man rich.
Right.
I make myself rich. I can make more money by giving myself 8 hours in a day versus giving Joe Blow 8 hours in a day.
Right.
So yeah.
So well now, Brandy. Now with that said, not just so we can stay on and we get so we don't have to switch up, but what he is saying and what we are saying is that as we begin to mold to become men, we seeing the top motherfuckers picking the birds up from school. The finest woman, you know what I'm saying? The woman that every nigga in this school like, you know what I'm saying? We see who picking her up. You know what I'm saying? We see who they getting in cars with while we getting on the bus. You know what I'm saying? We see these things. And so we talking about as we begin to mold in the men. It's different when you have grown and you a man, but as we at the age where we mold into men and think what men are, this is what we see.
He said, what you got to say?
You speaking on being molded into men and shit. The fucked up part about that is a lot of us don't even know what the image of a man is.
Right.
We wasn't given this example from our fathers or from whoever. So we're just being what we think being a man is using that bra.
Right.
Bitch, go get that money and bring it back to me. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to knock you down and leave and I ain't got no feelings for you.
Mm-hmm.
But really, we've been taught the wrong things by society, man, because we've been missing, influential pieces in our lives. And
right.
Correct.
Yeah, man.
Shout out to
You got any
Sanchez.
sons?
I ain't got a son, but I plan on making one.
How many kids you got?
I got 2 kids, 2 daughters.
He's
Love them
planning on
dearly.
making one.
And that's the only reason I go back to prison.
Shouts out to Sanchez, and he said that he perspired pimp oil, but that's still based around women.
Come
A
on,
pimp,
man. Hey, Skip his comment.
yeah, a pimp
Hey, respect to
uses
you, bro, but-
women.
Yeah.
But so again, your analogy is based around women.
You kind of got them.
Period. Okay,
Let's talk about this young lady that was outside the bar. I got a topic for us. Let's talk about this lady that was outside of the bar. And we're about to. I got to show the clip. Turn your phones up. Y'all can listen to it. I want y'all to see this shit. This shit crazy. Young lady outside the bar was antagonizing a couple of black women. Young white lady was antagonizing a couple of black women. She threw a can at the black lady. The black lady said, okay, all right, so let's watch the clip, because LeBron looked like he about to piss on the stage. God damn.
How long you gonna say the same?
There's other ways to communicate.
She tried to throw the bottle at you.
But there's actually ways to...
Yeah, I'll fucking throw another bottle, bitch. Yeah, you got your man. I'll fucking throw another bottle, bitch. Do it again, that bad bitch. You don't want to find another bad bitch.
Keep going that way. You know that. And I Insulting's illegal. Come on. Bitch, throw another motherfucking can. I'ma beat your motherfucking.
Yo, guess what? I didn't even throw it at your head, nigger.
Throw another motherfucking can, bitch. I'm not playing with you.
I'm gonna throw another one in there.
Alright.
Promise?
Bitch, if you hit somebody with...
What is wrong with you?
Motherfucking can. Raggedy bitch. You were. You should fucking throw his shit in. I don't give a fuck. Well, you know what? I don't give a fuck. Are you insane? sexual assault. Security guard. Your face is bleeding goo, and they don't believe it. Look at that. Carlos, her nose is busted. Come here. Come here. She has a bleeding face. She has a bleeding face because of that woman. No, because that is. There's other ways.
Alright, turn your mic down. So that was the actual clip of the young lady outside of a bar antagonizing people. And we ain't even got to use the term black women, none of that shit, or white women.
Oh, wow.
She was antagonizing a group of people. And she threw a can.
Right when you say what it was.
Yeah, well, I'm just saying we don't have to use the term black, white. We can just say a woman antagonized. But this is the
Go ahead, man. Go ahead.
I'm done talking.
What?
Oh, you're saying you
Well,
like
man, well,
it.
listen, all right.
What you think about the
Listen,
clip?
man, the white woman is sitting out in front of a bar calling black women nigger bitch, throwing shit, throwing cans, and she got attacked.
Reap what
You know what I'm
reap what she
saying?
sold. She reaped
Right.
what she sold. And the thing is, the black lady said if you throw now
She warned her.
yeah, she gave her a fucking heavy
hell-
warning shot.
Astronomical way.
now
Bitch, throw another
if
kid.
you got the nerve to go pick this can up again and throw it again, you got this,
Right.
everything that deserved that came to you.
All right.
What's your opinion, LB?
Man, shit. You know what I'm saying? She was doing some weird shit, and you know, she got what she deserved. It wasn't brutal enough.
No,
I mean,
it was good. It was good enough.
Man, we gotta start biting their nose. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna bite your nose, white motherfucker. You gonna sit up and do this weird shit to me and provoke me to attack you? I'm gonna get brutal. I'm gonna gouge your eyes out.
Man, you're probably
The
really gonna
brutality.
kill yourself.
Well, I'm on the way there anyway. She crying. The police pull up. They gonna fuck around, mace me,
No,
cage
this
me.
video, that shit documented on video.
She said, Rendell, I can feel that. They don't have that much power. Because to me, motherfucker called me a nigger.
Hey, Rendell, take that comment down before they block you, bro. They will block you.
Now, because motherfucker called me.
He says he used the N-word. Just don't use the N-word and when you speaking on racism because they'll turn it into he was calling somebody in there like some weird
okay.
shit. They'll spin it. And shout out to you, bro.
Get
You
a
are
30
officially
day.
one of our top fans. We
But
appreciate
they will.
you.
But they will though.
They
They're
will.
on real shit.
But listen, they blocked me from my mom and them podcast because I said you got 3 black sons, and they took it as in I was being like I was harassing her for saying she had 3 black kids, like I was a white man that would say that. You know what I'm saying? So just be careful in the chat when we speak on racism or anything like that.
I do agree. I do agree with Brandy though, because Brandy said. What did she say? Well, no, not Brandy. Rendell said, stop letting them define this word nigger or black. People will stay in jail. We got to do better. Now, I do agree with that because they don't have that much power no more. You know what I'm saying to me? The word doesn't hold that much weight. It's much diabolical behavior that they have displayed across the globe, globally,
Right.
since civilization
Rendell
has
is blocked.
since civilization
That nigga got more energy.
Had-
than
Rendell,
mine.
watch your comments. I'm telling you.
have been since civilization have been recorded. They have been nothing but diabolical. Period.
Yeah.
On all levels. I don't give a fuck. Top tier 1 to tier 10. You know what I'm saying? All levels. Diabolical.
I think
And
I think black people give motherfuckers multiple passes anytime a motherfucker call them a nigga, and the motherfucker be like, okay, I feel you. But then you keep
Say, I
pushing
feel
that.
you.
No, they keep pushing that. Hey, once they say that shit, they say once you say like, okay, you gotta relax, bro. And then they keep going. That's when a nigga bust your fucking head, and then you the bad guy.
I'm gonna keep it solid. I'm gonna bust your head the first time.
You going off the grip?
Man, I can't take that.
Because, well,
You're also speaking to a boxer. I want to say this.
I already know what I'm gonna do to
You're
him.
also speaking to a boxer. So he can say that shit. You know why he can say that shit? Because he's a professional fighter. He can say that shit. Like when I say I'm going to take a dude head off, I got to actually think about the consequences that come behind the swing.
That
he's
you might take 2 L's, you might take the...
He's a fighter. He's literally a professional fighter.
I try to give a motherfucker a pass. Because I'm going to fuck your ass up. I promise you that. I'm going to fuck you up.
Somebody call me an N-word, I'm going to call him the C-word. Now what?
Let me say something, man. It's not, you know, a good thing to be impulsive and just jump into activities, man. But that's fucked up for a motherfucker to call. You know what I mean?
Hey, I see where you stand.
And you're a hunky. Okay, we even now. What's the next slur?
But you shouldn't allow a motherfucker to bring you down to their level at the same time. But if I feel disrespected, I gotta respond some kind of way.
I mean, because a white motherfucker come up and call you boy.
If a
white person come up and say, "Hey, boy," you gonna say what? You know what I'm saying? Who? What? Who you talking to? And so, if they can wield that power up over you, then it doesn't matter what word they use.
But I'll give a shout out to my guy, my boss. He was talking to me. He was like, this is why I stopped using the N-word. I used the N-word one time today, and it was because I was saying a rap quote. But I do feel like even when I go to my dad's house and I was using the N-word, my dad and them would get mad at me. I'm like, this nigga, this, that. But like he was saying, like if you say it around people and if you say it to people, you shouldn't expect them not to say it.
No. I'm not giving that. I'm not giving that.
No.
I'm not giving that. I'm not giving that privilege.
That same way, if women sit around and call each other bitch,
so you
I'm not gonna sit up and bitch.
You bitch?
No, I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna do that.
I'm not part of that.
Yeah, you know what
side,
I'm saying?
so I can't do that.
So I'm not. So listen.
Oh no, wait.
Here go the thing is that they have a sense of obligation to everything, and then we turn around and make up an excuse on why they should feel some type of way. You know what I'm saying? I don't listen to country music. There are some country songs, yes, I have heard some, listened to some, and I can quote you off achy breaky heart or don't ride a horse, ride a cowboy. You know what I'm saying? Some weird shit like that.
Alicia said she want to see that clip again. That's funny. She got whooped.
But
She got whooped. Oh, I want to talk about this before we go. Another young lady.
We ain't even close to going, is it?
Yeah, we got.
I'm
10
sure I'm
minutes.
close to going. Just because you was late, I need to be out of here.
Do you
Hey,
understand?
man, take your seat. Rod, take it. Come on.
Yeah.
He had a dinner that he had to be at
Nigga.
at 9, and his girl had ordered, his wife
This
already
one
ordered.
mark ass homie that nigga wasn't on time. I don't know who.
She
Everybody knows nigga,
places
man.
ordered everything. It's
Yeah,
literally-
that's my bad,
He ordered
bro.
who the fuck ordered filet mignon? Man,
Nigga,
you was a man. I started out to like you. You was a motherfucking rich motherfucker.
no, not rich.
Dude, his order was, I want some filet mignon, shrimp. I was like, no, she was ordering his food. And he ordered, like, no, I would never order filet mignon. Never.
Let me on.
Yeah, filet mignon.
I won't even lay me on. Damn, it's like alright.
You got the bacon on the joint?
No, nigga, I don't give
Filet mignon don't come with no damn bacon.
Some
do. Yeah, that's why you want to order it. That nigga eat chuck eyes. That nigga eat.
No. I looked it up. I looked it up before I went, so I know.
What'd you order again? Filet mignon.
Filet mignon
with shrimp. That sounds like an expensive meal, bro. I'm a 2 for $20 kind of guy.
Katie said.
Just 2 for $20.
Katie said it's a cop out for white people to say that. We know not to say it.
That lady was drunk too.
Don't be weird.
But not, hey,
I don't.
She deserved to be fucked up, drunk or not.
I hear what you're saying, but I don't. I see too many. You know what I'm saying? I see too many. I've been around some. I didn't heard some. I didn't intermingled with some.
I want to do one more topic. I don't want to stay on no racist shit. So next topic before we got 10 more minutes. Young lady got tired of people stealing out of the store, so she took it in her own hands and started defending herself. Let's watch the clip and then we'll discuss it.
Defending yeah.
All right, so that's the actual clip of the young lady defending the store that she was tired of being shoplifters, so she took it upon herself to do. Listen, I've always been a hard worker. You can ask my boss that I got now. I'll bust my ass, but the last motherfucking thing I'm gonna do, the last motherfucking thing I'm gonna do is be wrestling that nigga over. I just use it. I'm wrestling that dude over some Snickers that he took out of the damn store.
Right.
I'm not doing none of that. There's insurance claims out there for items being taken. I don't understand the logic of it. And then the minute somebody beat her ass, they're gonna be in an even worse situation.
They didn't ask that question on the interview. They don't on the they didn't say, "Hey, what you on this?"
You know karate. Listen, look.
Tell them what you said. Tell them what you said when the video was playing.
She should have been fired. You know what I'm saying? She a liability. You know what I'm saying? She putting herself at risk and putting another individual at risk. She on Skid Row somewhere, and there was junkies and alcoholics. You know what I'm saying? Them ain't motherfuckers out here that's trying to steal because they got to feed their kids because they done drugged that bitch to the trunk with her and threw her in the trunk. And they'd have found that motherfucker on 67 North to 107th Avenue. You know what I'm saying?
Over some petty shit.
Over in the groceries in the house, and this bitch still outside the car. She's somewhere where she can get away with this. You know what I'm saying? Because it's not that serious.
Her job is to let these motherfuckers steal it.
Yeah.
Or hire security. Bitch, that's what you hire security for. If this is your company, bitch, you hire security for that job. I'm not being the clerk and the security. Yeah. That's not your job.
She was doing way too much,
Even
man.
if I am the security. Look.
That's security job.
Look.
I want to stay on this. Question of the day. Let's get the question of the day. We got 7 minutes. Let's get the shout out to Alicia being in the comments. Alicia, give hand. Tell Shane we're gonna have his tell Shane Shane asked us a question. Yeah.
Shane, what's happening, right?
No, he ain't in here. His wife is. But we gonna have. He asked us to talk about this on our show. We'll talk about that on what's today? Friday. We'll talk about it on Tap In Tuesday.
Okay.
Tap In Tuesday, Shane. We'll have your comment. It was about women. Why are they glorifying using men, calling each other bitches? He wanted to have that conversation. Shane, we'll have your topic Tuesday. But I want to talk about this. Jim Jones' mother. He came out saying his mom. This is another attack on women. Listen,
I didn't see it.
LB, remember how you said when it comes to a man, how a man is held on this pedestal, women aren't held to the same standards. Listen to me. If Katy Perry said right now her dad taught her how to tongue kiss, it would not be a joke in society.
Right.
Jim Jones came out and said that his mom taught him how to tongue kiss. She literally kissed him with her tongue, and
He said he learned how to tongue kiss from his mom, but that's where he also learned about sex from his mom.
I mean, she can teach you about sex, not doing that.
Basically.
But she was kissing him?
That was tongue kissing. He learned how to tongue kiss from his mom.
That shit ain't right.
Yeah,
That's
that's weird.
disgusting.
That's weird.
But LV always say that why ain't men and women held on the same standards? Because like I said, if this was this was Beyonce saying her dad taught her how to kiss, the world would be fucking disgusted. They want him put in jail. They want him thrown in jail. Now that it's a man saying it about his mother, nobody gives a fuck. We laughing about it.
No, I give a fuck.
No, we give a fuck. But the world is making
Society is not. Listen,
That's weird.
listen.
That's the
Women.
weirdest shit I ever seen.
Listen.
Her.
Women is the only parent that can run around and say that their male
Mom is
child
so weird though.
is their man.
No.
If a man was to run around and say that their daughter,
was my woman.
that's my woman.
I wouldn't know.
That's my woman.
No.
That's my woman.
What
You
is
don't
that?
hear
The
men,
woman shouldn't say that about her son.
but
Women
they
They
do.
say this is my man.
Women say,
Not like that. She be like,
That-
he the man of the house. This
my man.
He holding the house.
I don't need no man. I got a man. And they talking about their male child. You know what I'm saying? But
No, but once they go physical, that's kind of weird. That's super duper duper.
Even-
That's another level of them.
everything before we get on.
even the verbal, the language of a woman referring to her male child as her man is off. Because if a man refer to his female child as his woman, then this nigga on some incest shit, this nigga on some weird shit, this nigga pedophile, this nigga this nigga that.
I mean,
this nigga
I've said things about my daughter like she's all that matters to me, but never like in the weird
my
kind.
woman.
Yeah, not in the.
But I'm talking about when it comes to a physical state, when you're trying to teach a motherfucking male like that, that's not the right upbringing.
Yeah,
How do you tongue kiss your child?
How?
I don't even like.
I don't
listen,
even know.
I ain't kissed
How
my
can you
daughter
tongue
on the
kiss
lips since she
your mom?
was 6. I ain't kissed my daughter on the lips.
But
since
you
she
got
was
some
6.
weird. There is motherfuckers that be asshole. I see women that be asshole naked
in front of their children.
and running in front of their kids. But and so I be like, cover up. You know what I'm saying? What the fuck you doing? You know what I'm saying? And no, these my kids. I was like, but there's no way I could walk around my young daughters, old, young, for what age, with my dick hand.
Yeah, I agree.
You know what I'm saying? But you see women, titties, ass, pussy, everything. I be like, what you doing? You know what I'm saying? And they be like, and they be like, these my hands, they came out this ass. What?
Hey, guess what, guys? Guess what?
It is.
Hurry up. Hurry
I
up.
want to say,
Spit it
now
out.
it's time to say goodbye to all my Negro friends and Caucasians.
What
Listen,
about the Hispanics?
my guy, Rod Montana, give me a pound, man. I appreciate you so much for
Man,
coming
you gotta
on,
give
bro,
your
man.
handles, man. Oh man, okay,
You
my
gotta
bad,
give him a pound.
cuz.
Gotta give him a pound. Hey,
All right,
a professional boxer is what he is. He don't even want to take credit for that. This was crazy. The dude was boxing for years.
Uh-huh.
He's not just a regular dude that just got
You too,
he played basketball, he was a boxer, he had a regular life before he ever got into the streets, and now he want to tell a story. I think it's dope. I'm happy you on the show, bro. Thank you for coming through.
Man, you was good at
Give me your
basketball,
pan
too,
there.
man. You was good too.
He was
man.
nice.
Hey.
Yeah,
This fool right
can
here.
you beat him? Can
Hey.
you beat him?
You and Vernon Johnson is cousins, right?
Something like that.
Okay. Yeah. Vernon Johnson.
All my dog went on the court, fool. You
Hey,
was
your date
you
is
was a
coming.
puppy.
Your date is
They gonna
coming.
play for 1,000 1-on-1. Yeah, he gonna.
Your date is
listen,
coming.
We can give him a 10-point spread. He's gonna
He
slaughter
sound crazy.
him.
That nigga
Slaughter
ain't,
him.
hey, listen, these niggas never even made it out to 10th grade. Hey, these motherfuckers ain't never played varsity or nothing. I'm
You
trying
a
to figure out.
motherfucking lie.
These niggas didn't
You
make it
a
out to 10th.
motherfucking lie. I played
These-
varsity.
Nigga, how you play varsity? You got all F's.
Guess what?
You had 10
I
credits.
did. Guess what? I didn't play, but guess what? I'm gonna smack your
You had
ass.
5 credits.
Hey,
You was a
this the end of the show.
Hey, come to the book signing,
Yeah,
man.
get your
What
pan
book y'all gonna be at?
January 15th at Dina's place. It's like 30th and Parker, but like not Parker, a couple blocks over from Parker.
29. Is that 29?
No, it's on 30th, but it's not Parker. It's like, I don't know.
At Dina's place, at
Dina's
the
place.
bar restaurant.
Yeah, it say the dining room on the outside.
the projects, the old project.
Get your handles when we get out.
January 15th, 3 o'clock to 5 o'clock. Rob Montana, man, on Facebook. Everybody Eat on Instagram.
All right, this is the smartest dumb people. LV the Great, Quando Rondo, Rob Montana in the building, Anthony that dude Johnson. Y'all have a great, great night. Salute. When I got messages saying, what's up with the show?
One to where you still got kids writing essays on.
472. Shout out to Chris, he came through.
Came back there. And you go, okay. And she said,
Okay, he done. It's not money based. They don't need cash in their hands.
Right. So now with the focus,
Regardless of the fact.